All right, I've got Ching Juhl, who is back on the show. Last time she was on was November of 2020, which feels like a lifetime ago. Since then, Ching's documentary has really gotten a lot of attention, and she's been working and following the Yang for New York City campaign. So we're going to talk about all of that. Hello, nerds!
Hello, nerds!
Shane, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. It's like long time no see, but I see you so often, so I feel like you're right next to me.
You know, it's amazing how the Yang Gang stays connected virtually. And I'm a little jealous because you've been seeing our man Andrew, uh, on the ground in real life, as they say. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what you've been up to since the last time you were on the show. I mean, it feels like it was a different world. That was before Andrew announced the mayoral campaign.
Right.
We
Right.
were we were all speculating on whether he would be like Secretary of Commerce or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We were all
And
hoping he get a pickup by White House.
yeah, and it turns out he was like, "Nah, I'm going to be mayor of the biggest city in the country." So, yeah,
Yeah.
tell me, so how have you been?
I'm good, thank you, thank you. So that was in November. I see you, and yeah, since then, I started to apply for film festivals without not very much expectations.
Yeah.
So yeah, so January, the film, my Young and Diary, I call our film. Our film won Best Feature Documentary in Rome International Film Festival.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
And then seven other festival up until now accepted the film, and just 3 weeks ago our film was picked as a best documentary feature at the Toronto Documentary Film Festival.
Wow. When you get these awards, do they give any feedback or on what is it that is kind of connecting with people?
Yeah. Rome, I didn't hear much from them.
Uh-huh.
From Los Angeles Women's Film Festival, they showed our film in March, end of March, and then that result to a distributor contacted me, wanting to distribute a film, US at least, and
Mm.
then that's kind of neat, Although I haven't really follow up with him because since then there's three more distributors come to me, so that's kind of nice to have different people are interested in the film. And I'm not rich yet. I spend money to apply for film festival. There's no, the money is not recouped yet. But it's just a kind of a pat on your back. Like, hey,
Mhm.
you did a good job. We like your film. That's kind of nice.
Mhm.
So to answer your question, one of the best thing I have been treated. I ask around also other filmmakers is not very many festival does that for individual film. Toronto Doc Film Festival actually made a short video, 13-minute video for us. The first
Wow.
2 minutes is our trailer, and then they 8 audience member they made comments on the film, all very
Really?
all very complimentary, and they talk about how they do not know Andrew Yan. Now they know Andrew Yan. Now
Mm.
they know his. So it's very very yanning. Basically, they're all yan, but they are goddamn, Canadians,
Yes, if only if only they could vote. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's really nice. Yeah. No, I really appreciate their appreciation. I think it shows they actually really watched. They
Yeah.
watched and they really put their heart in it and to critique about it. So it's really valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, these Canadians, they can be pretty thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
So so tell me a little bit about you're living in New York, right?
Yeah. I mean, living in Upper West Side.
Oh, beautiful. My brother used to live in the Upper West Side. I love
Yeah.
visiting him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me what it's like watching your presidential candidate run
Mhm.
to become mayor
Mm.
of your city.
Yeah.
When you first heard he was running, were you like, oh my God, this is amazing? Or were you like, oh no, why is he doing this? Like, how were you feeling about it?
Oh, well, we heard the rumors already before he officially announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I anticipated, and I thought it would be wonderful for him to run. Although there's a lot of different voices coming from different angles,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I was kind of looking forward to him. And then I was contacted by Yang Camping, said something like, oh well, January 13th, and come to this location, and no filming,
Mm.
just come. I was like, okay,
You're
I
like,
did.
no filming. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
I know. But
That's what I do.
I went anyway, right? With
Yeah.
my, skinny tripod, always skinny tripod. And then I got there. There's a lot of camera already setting up, NBC, New York One, all these like huge, humongous equipment there. I was like, they can film. I cannot film. So, and I just started, I sneaked in so I filmed a little bit, and then,
Of
so
course you
that's
did.
the
You wouldn't
day.
be Ching Juhl if you're not filming Andrew Yang.
That's the day, is Andrew Yang announced. That's his birthday, January 13th. And he announced his mayorship candidacy. It's a small crowd of
Wait a minute.
people.
His birthday is January 13th?
Yeah.
No way. That's my son's birthday. That is
Are you
so
serious?
funny.
Really?
Yeah. That is
Wow.
nutty.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, maybe I'll take it back. Maybe it's a one day after his birthday, either after his birthday or on his birthday. Okay, so he made an announcement, and I made a short. I actually live streamed event. Yeah, so it was well. I didn't really come out after January 13 or either 14
Mhm.
because the COVID. I did not really go on street very much,
Mhm.
but I did like sometimes in March I filmed, either February or March I filmed him. He was in my neighborhood, and then I now whenever I feel like I go follow him around. Uh, what was I gonna say? He always has people following him. He has these people with really big big cameras and following
Yeah.
him around. So I'm kind of like a minority. I'm kind of like just like amateur
Yeah.
person.
Right.
so I'm kind of discreetly shooting picture here and there. But he now recognized me. He calls me by my first name, saying Ching. So
Mhm.
that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. So I probably will. Yesterday, I collected a signature for him. I collected 73 signatures by myself.
Wow.
So
Well done.
yeah, on the street or in my neighborhood, sitting in my lobby of my apartment, collecting them, and I really don't feel that great of doing that because COVID. You have to give someone a pen, they
Yeah.
sign, and they give you pen back. They have to touch the
Yeah.
paper. The
Yeah.
whole thing is really nuts. So, but I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the reality of the old ways meeting the new pandemic world, right? It's just
I don't think it's necessary to
Yeah.
have that. And yesterday I joined a bunch of young men to knock on doors in Harlem. That was brutal. Because people literally just shut the door on our faces.
Mm.
When you say you ring their bell, right? They say,
Mhm.
"Oh, I am so and so. I'm volunteer for Andrew Yan." Or sometimes people open the door. I am so and so. Boo. Just close the door on
Yeah.
you. That's really hard. So
Yeah.
anyway, I did like 3 hours door knocking yesterday. It was like not the favorite thing.
What
My
was
favorite
your
thing to do.
yeah. What was now you're there to collect signatures or
No, that
or
just to convince, just
just
say,
to canvas? Yeah.
are you going to vote? Who are you going to
Right.
vote for? Why? Or you have a conversation with people.
Yeah.
And these people, they are all Democrat. Like
Yeah.
we use an app, it's called Minivan.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
not like we ask anybody. We have names. We have
Yeah.
exactly, but it's tough.
Yeah, it's not like you're going deep into like MAGA territory. There's
No, no, no.
what was the like out of every 10 people you talked to, what percent were willing to even have a conversation versus just slamming the door or ignoring you?
Yeah. I would say, according to yesterday's, my personal experience, either they're not home or they say, I haven't decided yet.
Uh-huh.
So not one person, sorry, Youngin, not one person said, I'm going to vote for Andrew Yan.
Yeah.
No.
Were there any that were hardcore Adams or Wiley or some other? Did they?
They just say, no one say who they're going to vote. They just say either they're not interested in, or they haven't decided, or they're busy in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe only 1 out of 20 doors. Some ladies are very warm to us, just said, oh, thank you, oh, I'll read this, or something like that. But I don't remember one person said he is Andrew Yan supporter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, hopefully
Yeah,
hopefully
but
that's not representative.
That's just the one event, Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also in an area, I would say, perhaps, people are generally not as interested in politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the area. Yeah.
Have you done anything around like Chinatown or heavy Asian American or Chinese American areas? Has that been more fruitful or similar?
I haven't done in Chinatown. I stood on the street getting signature, and at the beginning I feel such an idiot, But then after a while, actually, that is not bad experience. I actually, out of every 10 person, I would say 3 or 4 they actually know NGN, and they sign for me happily, collecting signatures. So
do you
that's
think they're
kind
going
of
to turn out and vote?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
That's the
hope
big
so.
question, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Young Camping is working really hard. I have to give them a lot of credit. I get email every single day, text message every day. Every day they ask me to come out to do this, do that, have meetings or training. And we went to when is it a Thursday night? Yeah, today's what, Sunday?
Today is Sunday.
Yeah, 3 days ago, we it's on my Facebook. You can see we went to this Chinese restaurant on 56th Street on Fifth Avenue. A Chinese dim sum place. We watched the debate, the Mayoral debate together. I would say probably, I don't know, 50, 60 people showed up. Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. I mean, mostly young and,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that was nice to see everybody since, can you believe, 429 days? I haven't seen so many people.
Yeah.
The last time was February 29th, 2020.
That's crazy. Yeah. Are you fully vaxxed now?
Yes.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you. And you?
Yeah. I just got my second shot about a little over a week ago.
Oh, okay. Good.
It was that second shot was
Did you get sore?
Intense. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Did you get sick?
I felt like I felt like hungover for a couple days. So tell me a little bit about following the race, like the horse race. It seemed like Yang was, kind of the clear front runner, but I just did a live stream yesterday, the state of the campaign, and it definitely looks like Adams is picking up steam, and Garcia with the New York Times endorsement has gotten a little more attention.
Right.
Obviously, Stringer has dealt with his own issues, and Yang hasn't. I don't know. I'd be curious to get your thoughts. Yeah, I feel like that whole Israeli tweet was not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not in New York. Maybe it's landing better in New York than it is nationally. What do you think?
Well, I think at this stage, anything he says always going to have impact on both sides, whether negative or positive. I think from a political point of view, he tried to win the huge population in Jewish population in New York City, and
Yeah.
I don't blame him from strategic point of view. What he's showing support for Israeli people or Jewish people or community, but just the way he said it, I think also I kind of agree with your analysis, which I watched your show. It could be a little bit more gentle, more
Yeah.
sort of a smart about it, because you always have to, you also have to offend the other party once you strongly support one party. But I don't know. I am not too worried right now because, even if he farts in his bathroom, somebody's going to write about how bad he is, because like
Mhm.
somebody is going to pick on him no matter what he does, So I think it's okay. It's okay. It's deep down is he just have to keep doing what he's doing right now, and people support him, keep supporting him the way we do it now. And there's no magic bullet at this point. I mean, you can say he still have 4 weeks left, right? That's a
Mhm.
lot of time. But you can also say 4 weeks is not enough. But everybody's in the same way. All the 8 candidates, if it's 8, if it's not more, all in the same scale, same market. It's just
Yeah.
like if you're beat up right now a little bit, it's better than you getting beat up 2 weeks before. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, is the New York voting population, how are they looking at this race? Do they feel like Yang is the front runner, or do they think it's a tie between Yang and Adams, or do they think it's just like wide open? How are New Yorkers looking at this?
I don't know. Good question. People around me, maybe half of them they're young supporters.
Right.
The other half they don't say anything. So I'm not in sort of a. They all know I'm openly, putting pictures or videos, of Yan. So,
Yeah.
but there's not enough kind of. I use Clubhouse also. I use Clubhouse to do. What do you call publicize Yan?
Mhm.
So, like, say tonight, 9 o'clock. Hey, everybody! If you use Clubhouse, coming in Clubhouse at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Look for uh, a clubhouse called Race for NYC Mayor.
Mhm.
And I'm going to sit there with my other young gang fellows and then just, talk to people who, whether they are young gang or not, we just sit there. And so the clubhouse room is called what do you think Andrew Yan doing, or something like that?
Mhm.
How is Andrew Yan doing? I can find for you. But anyway, so I try to do, help Andrew Yan here and there, in different ways.
Mhm.
But other people, I don't know. I think everybody should. If you truly believe Andrew Yan will be a good choice. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find my. Okay, so tonight it's called "How is Andrew Yan Doing?" Very
Mm.
simple. All right,
Mhm.
the room is called the club is called Race for Mayor NYC. So we're gonna sit there and just talk to people, and in any thoughts and capacity, because Clubhouse is really big and you can meet some people. And I
Yeah.
actually talk about Andrew Yan a lot in many Clubhouse I go in, even videographers, and I met many people actually support Andrew Yan. They're not necessarily in New York City though, but they all
That's the
like.
problem. Yeah.
I know.
They're like in freaking Toronto.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
liking him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do you think what do you think what's your take on the state of the Yang Gang right now? I feel like it's lost some steam, to be honest.
well, I don't know, yes or no. I know some young guy from Indianapolis just moved to here yesterday.
Hmm.
Max. Max is gonna. He just literally moved the whole
Mm.
family to Manhattan,
Oh,
and then
Jesus.
yesterday, another young guy came from Connecticut and to door, knocking on doors. He actually contacted me. He said, "Are you going to be working, on Saturday?" So I said, "Yeah, okay." So and then we met up, and so he knocked on doors for like all day. He got here 10 a.m. and he left at 6 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, Flavia. Kudo to Flavia, a musician. Yeah,
Nice.
a
Thank
bass
you,
player.
Flavio.
Yeah, Flavio.
What do you think will happen if he doesn't win?
Well, I'm gonna go kill myself. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Well, I think if he does not win, maybe we can look into some other possibilities like
Hmm.
presidential. And I think it is overall it's a good thing that Andrew Yang run for president last year, and then running for the New York City mayor, because he really level he really brings the level of people awareness, and also UBI, and also just politically awareness, much higher level among Asian Americans. That's if not, nothing else, that is a very good thing for my people. I am Chinese, and I'm Chinese born American, but
Hmm.
he's American born Chinese. So
Yeah.
that level. And then he raised so many issues. He make us to think. I think that's a very, valuable assets. And then he's so young. Biden 78 years old became a
Hmm.
president. He's only 46 years old. There's a
Yeah.
long way to go. So excuse me, let me have some water. So if he doesn't win, it's okay.
Yeah. Tell me about the being an Asian American in New York City. I guess like a month or two ago, there seemed to be this kind of bubbling up of anti-Asian sentiment. Has that now been sort of simmering down, or have you observed any of that or experienced any of that?
Yeah, I heard so many stories about people getting, physically abused or pushed, or even, very injured by by people they don't really know. They didn't do anything to anybody.
Mm,
But personally, because I did not really go onto the street that much,
mm-hmm,
maybe until March. Yeah, so I personally do not feel that way. I also live in a community. Is a very diverse community. Like we have white people, and then we have some black people, and our community is very close to Harlem, so
mm-hmm,
we're very friendly to African Americans. And then so we're living in this community is like very versatile, and walk on the streets all kind of colors. So I never really personally have fear of me being a Chinese, well, being abused, because there's a lot of Chinese, all lots of different race people. So yeah, so to answer your question, I personally did not experience any abuse or harassment from other people just because I'm Chinese. Yeah.
yeah. Have you thought about what you would do if you witnessed someone getting assaulted or harassed? Like what how you would react in that situation? Like if you're on this, you're walking on the street and you see some Asian person getting pushed around or yelled at, and a lot of epithets being thrown around. Like
Mm,
I think in the old days, I might have avoided conflict,
mhm.
but I think today I would feel compelled to kind of stand up for the person, or at least say like, "What the heck are you doing?" Like stop being such a racist idiot.
Mhm.
Um, but
I
what
probably
have you thought about it, or?
I probably would filming it and capture
Oh,
capture on my video.
that'd probably have the most impact. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen it? Have you seen anything like that happen? Or
No,
that's
no,
good.
no.
Good. Yeah.
It all depends, like, on what situation, right? If
Yeah.
if if the guy is really big and has a gun on his hand, it
Right.
will be
Yeah.
different from someone is just kind of like a,
Screaming. Yeah.
yeah, screaming, or someone looks like a mentally ill,
Right.
and so it all depends on what situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this video of like in Florida, there was like a school board meeting, and the president of the school board was advocating for the students wearing masks when they attend school. And she is an Asian American woman, and it was interesting in that the kind of the residents or the citizens of the school board in that meeting were starting to shout like, "Hey, this is not China.
Mm,
You're this is not the CCP."
mm,
And you got to feel for this poor woman who's serving her community.
mm,
Yeah, she has Chinese ethnicity,
mm,
but she's advocating for public health,
mm.
and it's such a like cheap shot in my opinion. Like they wouldn't say to Trump like, "Oh, this is not Germany." I don't know. Like it's just unfortunate. But hopefully Andrew, it doesn't seem like, I mean, it does seem like actually that Andrew has caught some flack for like, well, is he really a New Yorker? Does he really know what a bodega is? No, he hasn't
Yeah.
really worked. He's not like people like Andrew haven't really worked ever in their life. They
Mm,
don't understand us.
mm.
Like when have you observed that? Like, or do you feel like, well, it's just politics? Or it feels to me like they wouldn't say that
No.
about him if he were Andrew Hernandez.
Yeah. Uh, I I just think if people can say anything they want, and I mean, they keep saying, "Oh, during the pandemic, you left New York City," and so what? A lot of people have a second home, and they go to a second home, right? And so no big deal. It's not a crime. I mean, yeah. So then they say the bodega thing. Bodega. Yunjie went to look there. Yunjie Young and my friend, you just said that is a bodega. It just looks bigger. It's just like a cleaner. You think a bodega has to be like a tiny,
Dusty
dirty.
with the
Yeah,
cat.
some bodega in New York, in Manhattan. That one is on 49th Street near Andrew
Mm,
Yan's place. It
right.
is a more kind of bigger and
Upscale
nice one.
bodega.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, what's the big deal? People just try to pick on him, and I don't really take it too seriously. And when you talk about some other issues, like say, like Stringer, right? He was
Mhm.
accused for like sexual
Yeah.
harassment, stuff like that.
Mhm.
That is kind of difficult, to defend yourselves. Like that's like a more serious, thing. But bodega or not bodega, yeah. So to me, I don't take it that seriously. And then people still to this day still think he's a Californian sometimes, and then we'll have to say no, he's not Californian. He lives here and he went
I
to
don't
school
think he's
here.
ever lived in California in his
Yeah, I
life.
don't know why. Maybe his parents went to school in Berkeley. That's
Yeah.
California. That's why.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
I
So it
suppose
must
so.
be
Yeah.
part of his life. He was in California. Part of his life. Yeah. But that's okay. I think he looks good. For a couple of times I saw him. Right. I saw him in Brooklyn talking to
Mhm.
Chinese. He was endorsed by Chinese Asian American a Democratic club. So I
Mhm.
saw him in Brooklyn. He looks leaner than 2020. I wouldn't say skinnier, but lean and
Yeah.
yeah, healthy looking, very articulated the way he says
Yeah.
things. Yeah, I also saw him another occasion in Harlem. Yeah, and and on 103rd Street. Yeah, Upper West Side. He came to shake hands with the people, have a street fair. So I took picture with him. You know, so
That's great that he's looking good. I remember during the presidential, I think when you have to go to all those like Iowa fairs and fried butter, and he was looking As my
Chubby.
mom would say, a bit prosperous. A bit prosperous.
That's funny. That's such a polite.
But Andrew, you're looking good now, bro. You're looking
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Can you
yeah, yeah.
imagine you're always on the road? I mean, no one
Oh
is
yeah,
cooking for you.
you're definitely grabbing
Yeah.
convenient food that is probably not super healthy.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's probably stressful. There's probably some
uh-huh.
stress eating as well. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
more power to the guy. Well, Ching, I know we're running short on time, but I wanted
Okay.
to ask you, are there any other topics or call outs you wanted to kind of make the audience aware of before we wrap up?
Oh, okay. Um, well,
Oh, we got some music.
watch my YouTube channel. Watch my YouTube channel. Join me on YouTube channel is Jewel Media, and also join Clubhouse. And Clubhouse is very powerful, amazingly powerful. I'm glad.
Mm.
I don't know why you're not there, Tom. So, but
Well,
you're too
one
busy.
reason was I use a Google Pixel phone, so
Oh,
they didn't
oh,
support Android until
yes,
I think recently.
last Sunday.
Yeah. Well,
So,
thank you so much, Ching.
thank
It's
you for
been
having me.
yeah, it's always good to have you in the Nerd Zone. Keep up the amazing work, and thank you for all you're doing for the Yang campaign on the ground. I know a lot of us are not in New York, and wish we could be more in the center of things. But hopefully, we'll be able to root you on from the sidelines and pitch in where we can. And I would love to connect with you next time I'm in the city. We can go get
Please.
some dim sum.
Yeah, please let me know when you come. Yeah, thank you so much, and you're doing a great job, and you're giving analysis. You're the best analysis teacher ever. There is yeah, you too. Thank you so much, and thank you for
Where
having
there
me.
are charts, I will be there. Thanks, Ching.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I didn't have time to name your name, but thank you so much. Yeah.
Goodbye, nerds.
Goodbye, nerds. Thank you.